Some more questions in the Q&A section, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to make another video. There are some videos out there already, but here we go again. This is the o2Trainer. On one side, we have the side with the flap, right? This thing with the flap. Leave that one on. Do not move it. Only, of course, when you want to watch the o2Trainer. But if you don't put this one on, it's not going to work. It's not going to be an inspiratory muscle trainer. Now, in this side with the flap, there's a plastic washer. If you hear air slipping in through that side, the washer is off. If you want to stop it, just take the washer out. I put the washer there to try to stop the drooling through the o2Trainer. And by the way, every single inspiratory muscle training device out there will have the same problem, because we're going back and forth with our saliva, and eventually you start drooling through the o2Trainer. The trick to stop drooling is very simple. You inhale, inhale, and at the very top of your inhale, before you exhale, you swallow first, and then you do the exercise again. So, leave this flap on, it's not going to move. It doesn't matter on what side the flap and the other cap is. You can also turn it upside down, it doesn't really matter, it is exactly the same system. This one though is the one with the numbers on it. The numbers are standing for millimeters. One is 1 millimeter, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and from that moment on it goes 3, 4, 5, and it goes all the way up. You see, in the beginning I was working out with the o2Trainer, but then I met this crazy scientist who trains Olympians and Dr. Belisa Vranic, a world-renowned breathing expert, and they told me to just do the breathing exercises. So most of the time you only need cap 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, or 5. That's it. Okay, so once you put this cap on, now when you inhale, this side closes, which will force you to breathe in through that side. And that's how it works. Very basic, yet very powerful. And again, it doesn't matter where you have the cap. You can have it on this side and the other one on this side. You can turn it around and put it in your mouth. It doesn't really matter. And if, by the way, if you hear a whistling sound coming in, because sometimes, unfortunately, that happens, what I do, I just touch it with my finger. And I touch it a little bit, and then it stops. But if you go to the next size, if you go stronger, because you're all going to be stronger, of course, then that whistling will stop. Some sizes just make a little bit of a whistle, but like I said, scratch against it a little bit, and that should be it. Okay? So keep the flap on, make sure that you only change the ones with the numbers, and you're going to be good to go. Thank you, Godspeed, and breathe on.